Hey everybody, so we got Roxy out here today. Today we're doing a socialization session. So remember that socialization is providing a positive experience in close proximity to new people, places, and things. So obviously we're out at a local holiday market today and we've got a lot of people, a lot of dogs, a lot of kids moving around. So right now I'm just kind of off to the side from the main traffic area. And what I'm doing is I'm observing her body language. We are seeing some anxiety, right? So we see some panting. Good. We see some tail tucking a little bit as we're moving around here. So my goal is to start changing her association to these different types of things. All right. So what I'm going to be doing is focusing on when she's giving me eye contact, rewarding her, and helping build that positive association. So first thing I'm going to do, Roxy, okay, start moving around here. All right. And as I move, I want to see her kind of staying with me. Yes, right? Notice I'm going to be using two different markers today, reward markers. I'm going to be using the word yes, which means if I say yes, yes, I'm going to move dynamically and I'm going to let her get a piece of food from my hand. What this does is it increases her motivation rapidly, and that will help her, number one, build a stronger bond with me. Number two, want to be with me more. Number three, have a better association to the things that are going on around us. Good. The other way I'm going to be rewarding her is when I say good. Now when I say good, I'm taking a reward to her. So notice she sits here, good, gives me eye contact, I say good, I give her a reward. So we're not creating that energy spike, we're just keeping her nice and neutral, but rewarding her as we go. Now if you notice, Roxy, okay, as we're kind of hanging out here, her tail, it's fluctuating, but it's going from low between her legs, which means she's nervous and a little bit anxious, to whenever I mark her with the word yes, if she looks at me, then we'll see that tail come up, start wagging. That means that she's aroused, she's feeling good. Okay, so we'll see if we can get an example of that here in a second. Yes. So as soon as I say yes, notice that tail comes up. She's excited, that tail's wagging. That's telling me, right, that she's feeling good, she's feeling aroused, and we're seeing that spike in that motivation. Good. So I'm gonna slowly start moving through here. I'm not really doing a lot of obedience right now, so I'm kind of letting her hang out. We're observing everything that's going on around us. If we do get into a tight spot, what I can do is I can back up like this. Roxy, good girl. Right, bring her back over here with a lure. I could lure her through a tight spot to increase that motivation and that positive experience, or I could very quickly shift into formal obedience work. Roxy, come. Where I'm gonna have her heel with me through a tight spot, which means I will need to be correcting her for that. She is through that stage in her training progression, and so I could use that to help me get through some tight spots as well. So we'll do both of those. We'll both do some luring and we might do some obedience based on what we need to do. But right here, notice, she's hanging out. She's observing the people that are moving around. We notice her tail position. We notice her panting, right? What I'm looking for in this situation is her to make eye contact with me on her own. If she can't do that because she's distracted by whatever's going on, then I could call her name to me to entice that eye contact like this. Roxy, good. Remember when I say good, I'm not gonna be doing that spike energy, that high motivation work. If I say yes, I will be doing that, all right? So first, let's just start off here. We'll wait for a little bit of people to pass by. We got a dog walking by right now. Notice how she wants to look at the dog. Roxy, Roxy, yes. Okay. So if you find a distraction that she's heavily distracted by, we can always call her back with her name. So I am going to do some formal healing right here, heel, as we walk through this area. And then once we get up here, we'll do some more of the engagement work.
Some may be in David's care. I'm not sure what all he
Nope.
took first.
Nope. 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 Good. Got a lot of dogs up here, a lot of traffic, so we're just kind of hanging out right now. If we stop, we do want to see her sit, since we're doing formal healing right now. Nope. 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 So we're stopping in a new area. The whole point of changing up, okay, the whole point of changing up where we're at now is to change up the context of the situation. What that does is it helps our socialization be a little bit better. So sure, I could stay in one spot and do my socialization work, building up those positive experiences. But now if I change up my locations, I can help my socialization be just a little bit better throughout our time here, okay? Now notice I've selected an area that's kind of behind some booths here, so I still got a lot of traffic moving around me. but I'm not directly in traffic or anything. She is noticing things that are going on around us, and notice that she has not really offered me a lot of eye contact on her own. So if she does, yes, I'm gonna definitely mark that with the word yes. That way I get that spike in energy and motivation for me, because I want that to be more, yes, I want that to be more reliable, okay? Good, okay, now we're getting some more reliable eye contact here, so that's a good thing. So I just keep moving around, Roxy, okay. I keep moving around, good. Notice, yes, when she comes up to me, in that case, her tail's already up, it's wagging, so just being around me, coming toward me, is gonna increase that motivation. But notice, yes, when she's off by herself, she's kind of investigating things. That tail somewhat comes down. So like right here, it's starting to come down a little bit as she's looking around. Yes. Then she remembers, hey, let me check in with Chad real quick because I'm having a good time with him. I'm having a good experience, okay? So again, we notice observation. We want her to observe things. We want her not to be worried about things that are going on around her. So anytime she's doing this, we'll kind of let her hang out. And what we're looking for, like I said, is for her to volunteer the eye contact to us, which she's doing pretty reliably at this point. Good. Okay, Roxy, come. Nope. Good. Good. So in that case, we had a couple kids walking up toward Roxy, so I wanted to get her out of the way of people. I always try to keep what people are doing in mind. I never want to be in their way. So I called her to me to get out of the way, right? She didn't initially come, so I gave her a little tug on the leash to remind her to come over to me. Roxy, okay. Let those people pass by, and then we're back into letting her choose, yes, to make eye contact with us. So notice a couple times whenever I have her chasing me, I move one way and then I quickly move another way. That's called a miss. So if I have her following my hand, I dart my hand out of the way, I move back rapidly the other way. That's called a miss, and that will help us increase her drive to want to chase us and her motivation for us, and good to continue to build up a positive experience with us, okay? Again, if she walks off on me when I'm doing specific socialization, I'm gonna let her come back on her own, and I'm gonna lure her back into position. And the whole point is I'm trying to build up her positive association to things going on around me. So I'm not being too strict on the obedience when I'm doing straight socialization. So that's how I would move around if you're doing straight socialization. For a dog like her that's being a little bit anxious, a little bit nervous, you could lure just like this as you're walking around different places. If she starts getting away from you or walking off from you, all you're gonna do is just gonna hold on to your leash, let her come back to you on her own ideally, and this is gonna build up in her muscle memory that coming to you is a good thing, right? Good. So notice she looks around, then she checks in. The more socialization we do, the more checking in we should see, and the less attention she's paying to things that are going on around her, okay? So just some quick tips on socialization. Let us know what you guys think. Of course, we've done other videos on this, but seeing different dogs, maybe you see a dog that acts like yours, and you get some tips on what to do with that. Don't forget, you can do socialization and distraction work together, or you can separate them a little bit like we've done today, okay? So let us know what you guys think. We'll see you guys next time.